Helen Keller, triumph over formidable challenges. Helen Adams Keller became a global symbol of courage, resilience, and the power of education. Stricken by an illness at 19 months old that left her both blind and deaf, she overcame enormous obstacles to become a renowned author, political activist, and advocate for people with disabilities. Her story is a testament to the human spirit's ability to triumph over even the most daunting challenges. Helen Keller was born to Captain Arthur Keller and Kate Adams Keller in a modest home in Alabama. When she was just over a year old, she contracted an illness, likely scarlet fever or meningitis, that left her unable to see or hear. This sudden loss of two senses plunged Helen into a world of isolation. Unable to communicate, she became frustrated and developed temperamental behavior as she struggled to express herself. Her family, deeply concerned for her future, sought advice from various doctors and specialists. Eventually, her mother read about the successful education of another blind and deaf woman and sought help from the Perkins Institute for the Blind in Boston. In 1887, when Helen was 6, her life changed forever. The Perkins Institute sent a young teacher, Anne Sullivan, to work with Helen. Anne, who was visually impaired herself, quickly became Helen's lifelong companion and the person most credited with breaking through the barriers of Helen's dark and silent world. Anne began by teaching Helen to associate objects with letters spelled into her hand. Initially, Helen didn't understand, but a breakthrough came when Anne placed Helen's hand under running water while spelling out the word water into her palm. Helen suddenly grasped the concept of language and communication. This was the turning point in Helen's life. From that moment, her thirst for knowledge became insatiable, and taught her how to read using Braille, write using a special typewriter, and eventually how to speak. Helen's progress astounded those around her. She had learned to communicate in ways that many believed would have been impossible for someone with her disabilities. With Anne Sullivan by her side, Helen Keller's educational journey continued. In 1900, she became the first deafblind person to attend college, enrolling at Radcliffe College of Harvard University. Anne sat beside Helen in every class, translating lectures into Helen's hand. In 1904, Helen graduated cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts degree, becoming the first deafblind person to earn a college degree. Helen's remarkable achievements did not stop with her education. She went on to write 12 books and numerous articles, sharing her experiences and advocating for the rights of people with disabilities. Her autobiography, The Story of My Life, 1903, remains one of her most famous works, providing insight into her early struggles and the monumental role Anne Sullivan played in her life. Beyond her literary accomplishments, Helen Keller was a passionate advocate for people with disabilities, tirelessly campaigning for their rights and dignity. She traveled the world, giving lectures, meeting with political leaders, and raising awareness about the challenges faced by those with disabilities. She also championed causes such as women's suffrage, labor rights, and pacifism, becoming a voice for those marginalized by society. Keller was a co-founder of the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, in 1920, and she worked with organizations such as the American Foundation for the Blind to improve education, employment, and living conditions for blind and deaf people. Despite her own challenges, she showed an unyielding commitment to advocating for others who were disadvantaged or oppressed. Helen Keller's legacy as a trailblazer and advocate for the disabled community is immeasurable. Her life demonstrated that with determination, education, and the right support, even the most profound obstacles can be overcome. Her partnership with Anne Sullivan showed the world the transformative power of patience, perseverance, and mentorship. Helen Keller died on June 1, 1968, at the age of 87, leaving behind a profound legacy of hope, courage, and resilience. Her life story continues to inspire millions, proving that the human spirit can triumph over even the most formidable challenges.